Hey guys, Mars Naked here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to be taking a look at the 55% STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We just got his awakening done on the stream here, so we're going to check him out. 55%, we are running a 55% friend as well. The friend has a few extra link levels. Mine is freshly awakened, so full link level 1. I did give him a silver skill orb for some additional, and then he has a defense one as well. Goku in slot 2 is going to have a lot of dodge and a lot of crit, so additional is probably one of the best ways to go for the hidden potential. We're running his team, which is Movie Heroes or Final Trump card, and then 30% to Pure Saiyans or Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3 or Kamehameha. As you can see, we're running kind of basically a Movie Heroes team. We've got Piccolo and Gamma 1, basically just here for the extra support. But all the Saiyans and fusions, we do have the full 200% lead. So that should be quite interesting. Now, Goku, key 3, attack and defense 200%. He has a medium chance to crit and a high chance to dodge. Then he gets attack and defense 150% when performing a super. Additional attack and defense 159%. And then chance to crit or dodge if he's in slot 2 or 3. So what that means is 50% chance to crit and 70% chance to dodge if he's in slot 2 or 3. Which is really good. And again, one of the reasons why you want him to have a bunch of additional. So then you get an additional attack 159% and an extra 50% crit chance when HP is 59% or less, which means in slot 2 or 3 he would have a 100% chance to crit. And then he has a great chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks. His super attack greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. So they're both 1 turn buffs because there's not like a comma or a separation between the raise attack. So he's getting 30% extra defense on super. Now, the extra 159% attack and defense he gets in slot 2 or 3, that won't activate, I think, when we pick up his orbs. But we can see he's at 175k. So if he's getting 159% extra from being in slot 2 anyway, then he's already getting an extra, like basically 250k. Then he gets 150% on super. So the on super buff should take into account that first extra buff. So he's at like 320k and then gets 150% on super. So after supering, even at 55%, he's got like 700k defense, which is, well, and then that's with the super, not with the super attack effect as well. So he's got really high raw defense and a chance to dodge. So defensively, he's very good. He also has that chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks, which is very useful. I mean, it's situational, obviously, but the ability to take no damage from a super is very good. So yeah, let's see how well he's going to do here. Of course, Tech Goku gets supered immediately as the first attack as well, before he gets any chance to get any sort of build-up. But yeah, let's see. What is Goku going to do? We've got some links active. We've got Gamma 1 on the rotation, which just means extra defense. So, let's see. 9, basically 9 mil at 55%. It's pretty good. And then, of course, he has the 50% chance to crit. So we got a crit. And then we tank for double-digit damage. This is what we'd expect from normals with that level of defense. But yeah, I mean, 9 million super with a high chance to crit at 55% level 1 links. I mean, this Goku definitely is a unit that is going to be able to put out a pretty solid amount of damage. But yeah, I will get on to link leveling my one as well, of course. But I like to do the 55% showcase at level 1 link, so it kind of gives people the... It gives you the impression it's like if you just pull him and you want to jump in and use him and check him out, this is what he looks like, right? So on this rotation, we have Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle, Saiyan Warrior Race, and Kamehameha. This is my one with the level 1 links. 178k defense still, which, that's what I'm saying, even from just that start of turn defense, he's still over 700k defense after he supers, which is pretty crazy. And then we'll check we'll read out the standby condition. In fact, I do have his wiki page up still, I think. So his standby is when HP is 70% or less starting from turn 3 or starting from turn 6. So if you take a big hit in some of these harder events on turn 1 or 2, you're then able to use his standby basically straight away, or you can use it on turn 6. So in a longer event like this, like we probably will just get to turn 6 before we get the opportunity to use it. because we're probably not going to take too much damage in these first couple of turns. Gogeta is a good link partner for him, because not only does he shout over in a flash, obviously on this kind of team build we can float him off here. He'll come back in a couple of turns, transform, get the 100% chance to dodge, which can then make him a really good unit to put in slot 1, and then have this Goku for slot 2. So that can work out quite nicely. He doesn't need to build up at all, so I guess what we should do here is... yeah, we'll let you... actually, who do you link better with? So you get Super Saiyan over in a flash and fierce battle. Yeah, you do get more links with you. Alright, let's give you an extra stack. Because, yeah, this Goku doesn't get any permanent stacks or anything, so there's no real reason to get him the extra super. Not that the event is really difficult enough that this Goku getting an extra super is really important, but might as well give him another 18 key, get another permanent stack on his super attack, on his defense here. And then we move into turn 4. So on this rotation, we will be able to get the Dragon Fist out. Now on this rotation, we only have Fierce Battle active, but we have a lot of support. So we have more defense. Now this Goku has mostly attack links. So his attack stat won't be as high, although we do have support from Piccolo. But his defense on this turn is pretty ridiculous now. Like, he's going to get to like 800k defense post-super, which... for a 55% level 1 links unit, I will absolutely take that. With the 50% chance to crit built in as well, which means he does a pretty solid amount of damage for such a low level character, right? Once you start getting those links to level 10, his attack links are giving him a ton of extra damage potential. And then, of course, if you start getting dupes, or with the skill orbs, if you start getting additional supers, then... you know, that's when one super attack at 9 million with a high chance to crit is nice, but then if he's dropping a second one, and he greatly raises attack for the turn, so there's the potential that with support, that second attack is 10 million, and both of which have a high chance to crit. That's very, very good. And of course, if you get the standby where you've dropped below the... because you've dropped below the HP threshold, it's only 70% for the standby. Although, to be fair, I was going to say, you have that crit chance, extra crit chance built in, but Goku can't attack in his standby, and the Dragon Fist is a guaranteed crit, so that other part of his passive doesn't really matter for that. Alright, well, as we're not in a more difficult event, I don't need to do the whole, we'll put Blue Gogeta in slot 1 thing. So there's no attacks before he attacks, but we have every link except Limit Breaking Form active here. So 160k defense start of turn. Let's grab those for you. Grab those. Give you those. So it should be a pretty good turn here for this Goku. And then, yeah, we can use this Dragon Fist on the next turn if we want. Which I think the next phase is the AGL cell, right? And he super attacks quite a bit. He can also super more than once in a turn. So... because the thing with the Dragon Fist, which makes it so cool... and fun to use, is the fact that it's... when you go into his standby, he can't attack, but he gets a scouter with no other restriction. He just gets a scouter, and then he will 100% counter the enemy super attack. So you get... the only downside is, of course, if the super attack is in slot 3 and you don't really want to float him off, but it's still works out quite nicely. There's a Gogeta going off here. If we don't finish him this turn, then obviously I won't do the Dragon Fist on the next rotation. We'll need to finish. We'll finish off the int phase here. But yeah, I mean, Goku putting out some pretty solid damage numbers despite only being 55%, so not bad. And then we can get a stack for you. This would be a good turn to get to see his attack stat, but I don't think he won't get a chance to attack here with Goku doing the 2 extras. In a way, that is one of the things that is quite good about him, though, is he's a slot 2 unit, ideally. But he doesn't need to build up by doing a certain number of attacks or anything like that. So in events, if you get into situations like this, where he's not going to get to attack, it doesn't matter because he's not missing out on a bunch of build-up or anything. So, right, so let's go ahead and make sure the skip is off here. Let's go ahead and activate our standby into the Dragon Fist. Yeah, the animation's definitely cool. Right, so where's the super? Yes, in the middle. That's where we want it to be. All right, so once you stand by into Goku, he can't attack, so he has no super attack details. Unable to attack except when the finish is activated. Attack and defense 333%. Additional attack 159% for 1 turn. So if you get the Dragon Fist on that first turn, because he standbys for 5 turns. But if you get the Dragon Fist on the first turn, it's going to do way more damage because you get that extra attack buff. He has a great chance to dodge, so still 70%. Additional chance to dodge 20% when HP is 59% or less. So he has a 90% dodge chance if you're at 59% or less HP. You see the enemy super attacks, all allies key 3 and 59% defense, additional attack 333% when finish effect is activated and within the same turn evades enemy attacks. So if he does the Dragon Fist, then all of the rest of the attacks, if the enemy's still alive, are guaranteed dodge. So yeah, pretty good. So let's go ahead and see our boy in action here. We'll grab these, and then I guess you can just have those. But yeah, so we know we're going to see the Dragon Fist because it's Cell's going to super in slot 2 here. Hopefully we do get some dodges beforehand, but alright, so observing the opponent is the text that you get. Because I think a lot of the standby characters all have different like things for what they do. 180k from a normal though, damn. But here comes the Dragon Fist. So yeah, that's the only problem, is that if he doesn't dodge in the standby, his defense isn't particularly crazy. But once he does the Dragon Fist, then he has a 100% chance to dodge. But like if we hadn't dodged all of those normals, we would have taken a pretty significant amount of damage. But yeah, 12 million crit, and of course the super was the last attack. So 12 million guaranteed crit. Yeah, the actual details for the Dragon Fist itself is actually, where is the actual, is it under the, oh, it's under the standby bit, isn't it? Yeah, massively raise attack temporarily, nullifies enemy super attack counters with ferocious power and gets a guaranteed crit. So but yeah, harder event, like that's a lot of damage to take from a normal attack, because he has the 70% chance to dodge, but he doesn't have like guard or anything. So the most ideal situation for him really is when you're in a team or on a rotation where there's just one attack and it is the super. And then of course in that situation he's going to look really, really good. But I do want to, well, actually, I don't want to I didn't want to get out of this phase this turn if I could help it, because we could have got the guaranteed Dragon Fist counter against the buff cell, because he always supers in slot 1. But so we'll just do this. I mean, we'll probably just win this turn anyway. Of course, God Goku could get slapped by a super. So yeah, that's definitely one glaring issue, like straight away. I mean, he's looked very impressive, especially 55% low link levels, right? But that one attack he didn't dodge with type disadvantage, it's pretty significant damage. But yeah, I really like that super attack animation. I know some people don't like it because it's very basic, just the like switching up between the forms as he does the Kamehameha, but I think it looks really cool. It's not as crazy as, like, you know, something like this or any of the newer ones where it's a very fluid, like, attack pattern. But, like, I just think it looks really cool. It's an interesting stylistic choice. I like the idea of him just doing the Kamehameha, but, like, powering up through the forms, like, as he does it. I just think it's cool. But alright, so sadly, we now can't have the Dragon Fist active. I mean, Goku would just get clapped by this super and then revive, which is annoying. Although yeah, let's just do that, because I'd rather we just get the revival here and then don't have to worry about our HP on the next turn. I mean, he could dodge, but he doesn't have a very high dodge, so Alright, so we get the Bird Coup revival here.
Sorry, everyone. It's all because of me.
It's all because of me. Now, the only problem is the buff cell, because he supers on turn 1, I don't think he always then supers on the second turn, because that's going to be one of the other really annoying things as well, is if you use his active skill for the standby, and then they don't super on that turn. That's going to be kind of awkward, but let's see if he is going to super this turn. Because if not, we still stay in the standby until the next turn, but...
The instant he strikes, that's when he can be attacked.
I mean, that's the one thing you can say with Dokkan. When it comes to these, like, animations where they do the, like, close-ups, yes, he's not attacking. Or he's not super attacking. When they do the close-ups, they look really good. Because that's the thing, his start of turn defense is higher than it is now that he's gone into standby. But he obviously doesn't get all of those, like, on-super buffs from his passive that he gets in the non-standby, which is why he gets so many, like, gets so much defense in his other form. Like, post-super. I mean, yeah, technically you could do that, I guess. You could then reset. If you go into standby and the enemy's not supering, you could reset the app and then not standby. But obviously we don't do that around here. Especially when it comes to, like, if you're doing challenge runs and stuff. But yeah, if you're someone who you're just trying to beat a difficult event, technically that is something you could do. Because if you use the use his standby and then reset the app, even if you don't necessarily want to use his standby, you know where the super attack is for that turn. Which is kind of cheeky, but it is what it is. He supers in slot 1 on the first turn of this, like, buff cell. But then I think it's fairly common that on this... I think it's fairly common that the second turn he doesn't super. But yeah, observing the opponent. Yeah, so even against this guy, physical, type advantage, and he still took 43k. From not dodging. So that's the one thing you got to be very careful about. The Dragon Fist is very much like a glass cannon, like, strategy, right? It's like you go into the Dragon Fist and then... You know what? I haven't done this for a while. Let's do this. You go into the Dragon Fist. You want to get the massive, like, big Dragon Fist counter, but you don't really want him to take many other attacks than that. So... Now, what would be really cool is if the first attack of the turn is a super... And then you have a bunch of other attacks, and then he's just going to automatically dodge all of those. So, Super Vegeta isn't on Goku's team. Alright, so where's the super this time? Really? He's not... So this Goku now, so he's going to lose... Well, he gets it on the next turn as well, I guess. But, like, how annoying is that? No super again. Like, bruh. So yeah, this is the one. I mean, obviously we're doing this event, which is a lot easier, the Cell event, and we have fortunately gotten to see the Dragon Fist once, but that's the only unfortunate thing for the easier events, I guess, where they don't super as much. But you know, when it comes to doing the harder Red Zone, like the Red Zone that's going to be coming out soon, the Movie Bosses 2, then all the stuff that comes out from the anniversary, you're not going to see multiple turns like this where he's been on rotation twice in a row where there was no super attack. Like, that's not going to happen that often, right? If, like, it's going to happen very rarely in the actual end game difficult content, right? But yeah, that is super unfortunate RNG. Both the rotations in a row for this guy, no super attack, so we don't get the Dragon Fist. Which the Dragon Fist would already be weaker on this turn, because as we've already said, like, turn 1 of his standby, he gets extra attack. So it does way more damage on that first turn. Hopefully he's at least supering on the next turn, because, what's the bet? He'll super on this next turn, and then he won't be supering on the final rotation for the Dragon Fist. I mean, this is a good turn. Because, yeah, Tech Goku, when it comes to Goku's team, Tech Goku is a bit outdated when it comes to the more difficult content. But when the anniversary comes, like, the perfect replacement for Tech Goku on this team is going to be the LR Gogeta, because he's a Movie Heroes character and he's on Kamehameha. But yeah, we've seen the consistent around 9 million attack stat for this Goku. He's at about 750 to 800k defense post super, which is really, really good. The standby is where things get a little bit more dicey, because it's like you're trading that defensive capability, because we've already seen him take some big damage from normals, but you're trading that defensive capability for the massive damage like Dragon Fist counter. Which then, of course, if you're not getting it, like, it's kind of a waste. But yeah, look, he supered in the final slot, so he didn't super on this turn. So this Goku, we went into standby, and he didn't have to go up against a super a single time, which is super awkward. So I guess we'll leave it off there then. We'll get the I will not let you destroy my world, but we're not going to get to see the second Dragon Fist. We are going to take him into some more difficult content, of course. We'll do the 55% showcase for Harudegan as well. So yeah, we'll get more chances to see the Dragon Fist upcoming in the rest of the videos. But yeah, a little bit disappointing that that happens sometimes, I guess. But yeah, this rotation, we do have a lot of links active. This is a very powerful rotation for finishing off Cell here, but yeah, not bad. 55% level 1 links. I would say that he is pretty good. Very good damage dealer. I think his defense and damage output in the pre-standby state are both very good. Like, if you're a unit that has 800k defense and a 70% chance to dodge, it's pretty decent. Now, the big supers are going to still do a lot of damage or straight up kill him when it comes to the hardest content from the anniversary. But, I mean, 70% chance to dodge to back it up. At least he's not, like, if he's not dodging normals with that 70%, at least he's tanking all normals in the game. And then a super, he's only got a 30% chance that it hits him and potentially kills him. So I think he's pretty good at level 1 links, 55%. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I would love to get dupes for him, but he'll be back on the worldwide banners, I believe. And yeah, obviously with Golden Week coming up, we want to make sure we've got stones for that, because then the anniversary's not long after that. So let me know what you guys think of Goku down below in the comment section. I think he's pretty impressive for a 55% unit, but let me know all of your guys' thoughts. His sticker effect is, his card art's really good, but his sticker effect is like super basic, but I do think it looks pretty cool. Sadly, the Dragon Fist one doesn't really have much of an effect on it, so the sticker's not too great, but the art is very cool. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.